How much you charge for that? Well, they send you the sneakers and I charge them $400. I stay busy with everything.
So we got to work together to make it great. So I got to listen. It is go time. I hope it's go time for you. Membership or something for you to get in there?
Yeah, you have to.
Welcome, everybody. It is your girl, Vet Green, and I am coming to you once again for another episode of the Vet Green Show. Charlene Baird. Hello, everybody. Hello. So as you all are coming into the room, hey, bro, I see you out there. Let me know from 1 to 10 where you are with your mental health. This morning, I am coming in, user 2082. I am coming in at a strong 10, bro. Let me know, indie music world, where you are from 1 to 10. Where you coming in at, bro, this morning? And those of you who are watching, let me know where you are with your mental health from 1 to 10, because I really do care. I care. And as we are journeying into this new season, like literally this new season, this new 2025, I want you to all be cognizant of your feelings and how and what you care about, because y'all listen, isn't it so like us to don't think about ourselves? Isn't it so, you're gonna hear this for a minute, isn't it so like us to not take our own feelings into consideration? Y'all, don't do that anymore, because you matter. Because you matter, Susan Timms. Don't do that anymore, Painted Drip, because you matter. In this episode of the Vet Green Show is brought to you by none other than Painted Drip. You can follow Painted Drip on Instagram as well. And I am going to go ahead and do you all a favor so that you know exactly what I am talking about. I am going to go ahead and play that video. If I can find it, y'all, I'll be doing so much. Presley Clark, I'll be doing so much. But here we go.
I'm going to support your page. It doesn't hurt to like somebody's page. It doesn't hurt to follow somebody. It doesn't hurt to comment either. That helps the person engage. You don't know what people are going through. Support somebody's page today. Do yourself a favor. Stop being selfish and go and support somebody's page today. Go and subscribe, go and follow, whatever the case may be. That could really help a person. You don't know what somebody...
Jose, a free way to support. So support Painted Drip. If you want something customized, some sneakers, maybe you want an outfit for the holidays or your birthday is coming up and you don't want to look like everybody else. Painted Drip, y'all. Painted Drip. I was never one that wanted to look like everybody, Cherry. I never was that. I never wanted to look like everybody. I wanted to stand out. So stand out with your Painted Drip gear. You can hit Painted Drip up right here on Facebook as Franklin Smith. If you are on Instagram, it is Painted Drip. Make sure you get your Painted Drip. Don't go into the new year looking like everybody else. Stand out, hunty, stand out. You were made to stand out. You are not made to look like everybody else. Okay, Elo? All right, hey, DJ Mario. Make sure you get you some Painted Drip. You were not made to look like everybody else. Good morning, Joanne. And as you all are coming in the room, Debbie, let me know where you are with your mental health from 1 to 10. Joanne says she's coming in at a strong 10. We will be celebrating her birthday tomorrow, everybody. She says she's at a 10. Grand rising to you, Bam Fam, grandest of rising. He said, salute Vet Green, the queen from the whole Bam Fam family. They are out there doing it, okay? Between Tajay and Prince Killer, they out here doing it. Look, I'm ready to take one of them classes from Tajay. She got the bead, man. She teach you how to do these things, y'all, with the beads, y'all, with the beads. Hey, what's up, Flex God? Prayers to you for, I hope that you are doing well this morning. Thank you so much for tapping in this morning. Jesus first. That's right. Then you be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself, everybody. Be kind to yourself. A lot of times, y'all, have you ever found that you can love on somebody? Yaspa, Betty. Hey, Belinda, grand rising to you. Have you ever noticed that it is so easy? Bro say he coming in at an 8. We gonna bring that up, bro. Okay, we gonna bring that up. But have you all ever noticed that it is so easy to love on everybody, but when it comes time to love on us, we be like, oh, I don't have time. Or we treat ourselves so dirty, y'all. And then we wonder why the people that we are surrounding ourselves with, or the people that we are choosing to love on, are treating us like crap, because that you were treating yourself like crap. I had to have a come to Jesus moment with myself plenty of times, y'all. And it is all right, Thomas Smallwood, to have a come to Jesus moment with yourself, because sometimes you got to grip yourself up. Sometimes you got to grip yourself up and come to terms with, man, I'm doing myself dirty. And once you realize that, you will begin to do better, Fred Scott, Diane. You will begin to do better. So everybody, I did not share this out. What I wanted to come and talk to y'all about. Now, y'all know they out in these streets trying to make it seem like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Hey, Darrell Green, thank you so much for coming back this morning. So y'all know that they out here trying to make it seem like Beyonce and Jay-Z about to go broke. Now, y'all know it's just really clickbait. You know it's really just clickbait. You know those people really aren't about to go broke. Now, there are some, issues, possibly, allegedly, with some of the brands, but that's expected, right? That's expected. Ben Fem said, new track Prince Killer featuring the Joker 2025. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Belinda said, had one this morning, looked in the mirror and said, it's time to make peace. Ooh, I love that, Belinda. Hey, Mona Lisa, grand rising to you, love. Ooh, hey, best friend. I love that. Yeah, Belinda, just like you said, Belinda said she had a come to Jesus moment with herself. And hey, best friend, Kane, thank you for coming on this morning. How are you?
Good.
Belinda said she had a come to Jesus moment with herself and said it is time to make peace. Doesn't it seem like a lot of times we be in turmoil with ourselves, and sometimes we just need to let ourselves just, allow the grace to come. Allow the grace to come and stop holding yourself to your feet to the fire about something that's already passed. A lot of us, we hold on to guilt, or we hold on to prior challenges or transgressions that we've had, thinking that this is who we are, right? But it's not. You don't need to hold on to something that's already happened. We all have a past. Heck, I have a past, okay? That's already passed, right, best friend?
Yes.
Your past already passed. There's no reason to continue to hold on to that. So just let it go. Just let it go. But anyways, going back to this story, did you hear what they're trying to allege out here, that Jay-Z and Beyonce about to go broke? They are not going broke, y'all. Not the type of... Now, some of the... Let's get into the story, because it is... what is the cognac? Not the cognac. What is the liquor brand? So that's what's going on. I'm trying to open this up.
Beyonce one that she just came out with.
Yeah, so Beyonce has the Sir Davis. And then Jay-Z has his liquor as well. Well, it's the parent company of those liquor brands. Let me see. No, that was Diddy.
That's Diddy.
Sir Davis liquor. I'm looking it up, y'all, because okay, Moet and Hennessy. That's what it is. Okay. All right, everybody. So yeah, the owners, I guess there's been some changes, everybody. There's been some changes. I'm going to bring it up. Beyonce, Jay-Z. So Moet and Hennessy, they're saying they have a problem with what's going on in the news. Moet Hennessy. Are we not surprised? Are we not surprised? So what's being alleged is, as a whole, and this is, I'm reading this off of Glitz.Paris, everybody. As a whole, as a high-profile scandal gathers steam, The LVMH branch, soon to be run under Jacques, and Alexander Arnault, which more people are probably familiar with Arnault based on Kanye and everything that he's had to say about him. But what they're saying is that, listen, you got all of these issues going on. We may not want you to be the brand ambassador. So discussions are all the more heated given that Moet Hennessy's future CEO has been opposed. So what they're saying is that they didn't even want Jay-Z and Beyonce to be like their brand anyhow. They didn't even want them to be the face anyhow. Listen, y'all, we knew this was going to happen, right? We knew this was going to happen. Let me go back. Everybody. Let me go back. Because I'm not surprised. The same thing happened with Ciroc and Diddy.
Yeah.
Same thing. So right now, because a lot of when we hear about people's net worth, a lot of it is based on not actual material things. It's based off of a projection of what they think something is worth. So right now, if you look at Jay-Z's empire, his net worth, what they take into account is not only his music, everybody, they take into account everything that he's attached to all of those brands, because that is what gives them that additional money. So right now it's being estimated that Jay-Z's worth about $2.5 billion. Okay, 2.5. Yeah, the 2.5 million I would be okay with. I would be fine with that, Evelyn. 2.5 billion according to Forbes. That's what they're estimating, with his hands in a number of profitable ventures. Remember, he has the partnership with the NFL, then he has the liquor business, and then I believe he still has, doesn't he still have a line of clothing or something? I may be wrong there. But on Friday, Jay-Z and Combs, essay accuser, with they're calling her Jane Doe, sat down with NBC. Did y'all see that interview? And now they're trying to say that interview, you can tell that there's definitely something going on with her. I don't know if it's autism, everybody, or what. But keep in mind also that if you've had injuries to your brain, if you've had those type of injuries, then it's going to affect a lot of your cognitive skills. It can affect things like that. I'm going to a neurologist now. I had a freaking head injury years ago. I'm going to a neurologist now to make sure that head injury did not affect other things. So in that interview, you can tell just by her speech, and I'm going to bring it up. Y'all, this camera, I got to put this camera. It's working my nerves. I got to put it like that. Okay, that's better because I can't see anything. So I'm going to bring up the interview with the accuser. I'm going to see if I can bring it up on NBC. I'm going to bring it up here. And also, let me know as you guys are coming in, what do y'all have going on for the holidays? What you making, bestie, for the holidays?
I'm making 2 chuck rolls, 2 boneless chuck rolls. Some yams, greens, baked macaroni and cheese, and something else.
Oh, that sounds good to me. Come on now, not another month. Y'all. All right, we have to pause for a moment because apparently there's been another mass pow-powing.
Where?
Y'all. Towson, Maryland. I'm about to pull it up right now. Y'all. All right, everybody. Hey, James Vick. James Vick will be on the show on Friday, everybody. So make sure you tune in. James Vick, did you know that there's been another pow-pow? And I'm about to pull it up on the screen right now. Everybody, y'all, can we say a prayer for this country? Please, can we say it? Can we take a moment of silence? Like, seriously, what mentally, this is so not good. So everybody, breaking news, allegedly there's been another mass pow-powing, and I'm just going on to YouTube and seeing this myself. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video. Let's get into it. And this is coming from
found a vehicle on its side.
And due diligence, I am just seeing this breaking.
We have been waiting for this press conference to be there in Towson, Maryland, about a potential mass shooting investigation. Authorities are at that microphone stand. Let's watch.
Service, they spoke of multiple gunshots at that location. Responding officers responded to that location. The first officer that arrived on the scene found a vehicle on its side and in flames. Our officers searched the scene. They found multiple victims and alerted the fire department. The fire department came to the scene and basically took care of the victims at the scene and transported them to the hospital. At this time, we have 10 individuals that have been injured. One's deceased. 9 were transported to the hospital. Right now, our homicide and our Criminal Investigations Bureau are investigating this incident.
And I do apologize, everyone and anyone who's watching. Hi, I am Big 7. I was going to reach out and see. It was meant for me to reach out because, I want to get the guy on the show. I want to get y'all on this show. Everybody, I do apologize. I should have put a warning out there. This may be triggering. This is unfolding as we are live right now. I'm just hearing about it. Just as you are. If you need to pull away, I totally understand. But I'm going to continue with the video.
It appears to be a mass shooting incident. We have multiple persons that are shot. Right now, we're determining the circumstances and the conditions in this case. With me this evening, we have to my right, the administrative officer, DeAndrea Walker. Behind me, I have County Executive Johnny Oshesky. To my left, Fire Chief Joe Dixon and Councilman Ertel. Chief Dixon will speak next in reference to the fire response. In terms of the police department, we are asking that anyone that might have information about this incident to contact Baltimore County Police at 410-887-4636. That's 410-887-4636. And that 4636 is info, and that information goes right to our info center. Next will be Chief Dixon.
Good evening. As stated, Joe Dixon, Chief of Baltimore County Fire Department. Thank you, Chief. Approximately the same time, hour 7:15, Baltimore County Fire Department was alerted of a fire in the area of Johnson Funeral Home. Responded to the scene. First units on the scene mitigated the fire, and of course, now we have victims on the scene, and they rendered treatment as appropriate. So we're proud of our responders. We're proud of our partnership in public safety with Baltimore County and keeping our community safe. Thank you.
Next, we'll have our County Executive, Johnny Oshesky.
Thanks, Chief. Good evening, all. I first want to just thank the men and women of both the Baltimore County Fire and Police Departments for the incredible work they do day in and day out. Their response here is no different. Please, as Chief McCullough has said, if you have any information in regards to tonight's incident, please let them know so that they can bring those who perpetrated tonight's act to justice. I will just say that this is an incident that is shocking, particularly for those of us in Baltimore County. These types of incidents are unheard of here, and so it really shocks the conscience. However, we want our residents to know that we are, as always, fully committed to ensuring that both our fire and police departments have the full support and all the resources that they need from Baltimore County government to ensure that they bring this investigation to conclusion. Obviously, it's very early on, but our hearts go out to anyone who's impacted by violence. We will be supporting our public safety officials in the work ahead. And I just thank them for the work that they're doing now and that is ahead. So with that, I'll open things up to questions for the chief or others, and appreciate your interest tonight.
I have a question for the chief. What led to that car to catch fire? Like, was there some kind of, was there a crash first, or was it what led to that fire?
We're still investigating that. What we do know at this time, there appears to be some type of incident that led to the vehicle crashing and catching on fire. Right now, our investigators are looking into the circumstances leading up to that.
Now, was that car stolen or did it belong to one of the victims?
That's something we're investigating right now. We don't have that information.
And you said 9 injured, 1 dead. Were they all shot or were some injured in the fire?
Right now, they've been transported to local hospitals. They're being triaged there. We're still determining exactly how many were shot. We do know that there's at least 1 deceased, and we have 9 others who are injured at hospitals.
And that deceased was from the gunshot?
That's what we would assume at this time. Yes.
Did the shooting happen outside of the funeral home, or was that just where the car was found on fire at the funeral home? And my second question maybe entail with that, were all of the 10 victims found by that car, or were they in different locations?
At this time, we're still investigating that and trying to determine those circumstances. What we do know is that the vehicle appeared to flip over at that location. It caught fire somehow. We do know that there's multiple gunshots to the facade of the building. We know that.
So I'm going to pause it for a moment, everybody. As I am looking into the story, it seems like police believe that it may have been a targeted incident. By it being, hey, Pastor Jelani, I don't know if anyone out there is aware of what happened. A funeral home, though? Hey, Pastor John, hey, I survived it. Ms. KK, is anyone out there aware of the pow-powing incident that happened in Townsend, Maryland? This back to back?
Another one?
Another one. So what's being said is that Baltimore County Police said multiple people have been taken to area hospitals, but did not specify how many are suffering from the pow-pow wounds. The majority of those taken to hospitals were suffering from the pow-pow wounds, according to a news release. Police said they received multiple calls for a pow-powing that happened around 7:15 last night. When they arrived on the scene, they found, as they just expressed in the video, they found the vehicle turned on its side.
This is crazy though. How many killings are we gonna have in a year?
Right, Pastor July. Like this, another one, y'all. What more needs to be done? We were just on here yesterday talking about a mass pow-powing at a school. Now this is happening as this is unfolding.
That's crazy.
I'm going to continue with the video. If you need to pull away, I get it, because a lot of times this information is a lot.
That there's some additional scenes that we're investigating right now where other gunfire took place throughout the neighborhood, and that was evidenced by the multiple calls for service from the neighbors who were calling 911 about the gunshots in the community.
So wait a minute, y'all. Hey, Scylla. Hey, user 4546. Hello, everybody. This sounds like this some gang type stuff. Am I the only one am I like missing?
That would sound like some gang stuff. For real.
Right. What is going on?
Somebody got set up or something.
Lord. Bam Fam said Donald Trump became president and America became crazier. Something, Bam Fam.
You gotta get right, bro, because y'all got guns, people buying guns and shit to kill people, bro. This world ain't what it is, for real. For real.
Joanne said yesterday at school, 5 people unlived and 5 in the hospital. This is so. I'm going to continue with the video, everybody. Thank you to Fox News for bringing this story to us. I'm going to continue to play.
There's no threat at this time. We believe this to be a targeted incident. That it was isolated. It appears that the individuals in this case somehow knew one another, and that this incident was intentional and targeted towards the individuals that were involved in this incident.
How do you know there's no more threat to the public? If you said that there was multiple calls for gunshots in the neighborhood areas, obviously this event with 10 people being involved, have you made any arrests? Have you apprehended anyone?
Right now, our investigators are investigating this, and we're utilizing all our resources, gathering up evidence, and that includes video evidence and other information that we have in this case. And once again, we are asking the public to call us at 410-887-4636 at our info center if they have additional information. But we will leave no stone unturned, and we will dedicate every resource to this. We don't generally see this type of thing in our communities in Baltimore County. This is an isolated incident, and I assure you as your police chief that we will put all resources towards trying to clear this case.
And do you have an age range for the victims?
Not at this time. We're still working on gathering that information, and we want to make sure that when we do provide that information, that it's accurate and complete.
Any gun or weapon recovered from the scene?
At this time, we're still investigating that. We do know that there's some shell casings at this time, but we're not prepared to talk about that evidence.
All right, I'm going to pause this for a moment because the way this is playing out, everybody, this seems like this might be some doggone gang type mess. And this is, y'all, we have to stop. This has to stop. We cannot continue to have these neighborhoods be war zones. Like, I mean, this is Fred Scott. Welcome back. This is this is beyond ridiculous, y'all. This is beyond ridiculous. I am at loss for words. I really am, because the way this is playing out, it seems like, man, you want to go to jail. You want to go to jail and lose your life. Like, literally, you're losing time by stuff. Okay, let's continue playing the video. I'm just like, this is crazy.
This time.
I have a couple clarifying questions. It's 10 people total involved.
Yes.
9 hurt, 1 dead.
One
correct?
deceased, yes.
Okay, so 10 people total.
Yes.
And then can you clarify the order of events a little bit more? I know you said there was multiple calls for service. Were there shots fired throughout the neighborhood? And then the shooting happened at the funeral home and then the car? Or what order of events did this all happen tonight?
What we do know at this point, there appeared to be some multiple gunshots. It appeared that it was like an ongoing rolling type of gun situation that led up to the funeral home, and it ended right there at the funeral home. So it was along that street and in that location.
So were there more than one shooter?
We don't know that at this time. We're still investigating that and gathering all the information we can. It's still early in our investigation. I'm very sure that we'll be investigating this well into the morning when we can have more daylight and we can look at the scene even more. But our crime lab, our investigators, homicide investigators, our entire team will be working on this throughout the night.
How many were pulled from the car?
I don't know at this time.
Was this connected to a funeral in progress at the funeral home?
No. The funeral home appeared to be closed at the time, so we don't believe that it was associated to any type of funeral at that funeral.
There weren't any kind of viewing. We had just gotten a viewer tip that it might have been connected to the homicide of Andrew Blessing. Is that?
At this time, we don't know all that. We have to investigate that. So.
All right, one more question, then we're going to finish up here. Anyone else?
Just some clarity. You said it's an isolated and targeted incident and that the individuals knew each other. Is it all 10 individuals that knew each other?
Right now, we're trying to, unwind and determine all that stuff. We're working through the evidence. Of course, we're going to have to interview everybody that's involved and speak to all the witnesses and determine the different roles in this.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there we are, everybody. Thank you to Fox News for that contribution to this story. Sweet Pea, hey, Mrs. Sweet Pea, I'll invite anyone up to join. What are y'all thoughts? This sounds like it is yes, this eyelash is coming up, y'all. This, man, I don't know what to say. I'm just through with it. Over the summer, Over the summer, a young lady lost her child due to some crazy mess like this. People just out there pow-powing, just pow-powing. You don't even think about the community. When violence like that happens, everybody in the community, what it does is it makes the property value horrible. I'm just gonna pull these off. I'm just so not. It makes the property value y'all, what do we do with this? What do we do with this? I think that it is time to start taking back our neighborhoods. And I've talked about it before. Hey, Brooklyn Dreams, the real Brooklyn Dreams. It is time to
stop the violence.
Yeah.
Stop the violence. Get guns off the streets for real. Because people buying guns just to kill people. That's what it is.
Just to unlife them. It's crazy. It's
my own people.
Right, Bess. It's like we do not value human life anymore. It's like we don't value it. And I know we
wake up in the morning and just say, "Oh, I'm gonna get up in the morning just to kill everybody."
And I understand we can't say the K word. We'll get shot. We'll get TikToker.
Something really wrong with that person. If we don't know that, if we don't know what's going on in their mindset.
It seems like, and I get it. We've talked about it before. The struggle is real. But now that we are aware of what has been done, why do we continue going down that road where we are offing each other? Why do we continue doing that? When is enough is my question. When is enough going to actually be enough? Yeah. Hey, Shanette. Did you hear about the pow-powing that happened? The another mass pow-powing, y'all. Another mass pow-powing. All right. Before that happened, I was actually looking into the story about Jay-Z and the allegations and why they are trying to make it seem as if the young lady that came forward, the Jane Doe, that she was probably she may have been not truthful. I think that, hey, Shanette, welcome up to the stage. Hunty, how are you this morning?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. We're talking about, I don't know if you all saw the interview or heard bits and pieces of the interview that the young lady, Jay-Z accuser, had with NBC. I'm going to play a little bit of the interview. Let me see if I can find it. Because so what he's saying, Jay-Z's team is saying that there's some inconsistencies in her story, which makes sense, especially if it happened 30 years ago. Like, who's going to remember everything that happened? What I'm sure, if the allegations are true and she was, violated, I'm sure she remembers how that felt. I'm sure she remembers that. At the same time, they're saying because her dad came back and said he doesn't remember picking her up. He had some personal issues going on at that time. So let me see if I can get into the interview. I have to turn that one off because they are not going to, we'll get shut down on that one. Okay, let me just go into the legal expert that was talking about this.
That said in an interview, this interview was incredibly risky. This case is now playing out in the media as opposed to in the courtroom. And the risk in any case is that anything that's said in an interview, in the media, no matter what the medium, it can come back into the courtroom and be used as fodder for cross-examination. Mm-hmm. So all of these inconsistencies, which clearly the plaintiff side wanted to get this narrative out in the public sphere. but those inconsistencies are going to be exploited when it comes time for a trial, when it comes time for testimony. And so sitting down outside the courtroom is often a very, very risky decision to make. This is such a high profile case. And with every single legal filing, there's so much attention and scrutiny on not only the claims, but the response from the defendants. So everything is playing out very publicly. It's likely that the plaintiff's attorney, Tony Busby, sat down and made a calculated risk, thinking that getting this narrative out, addressing these inconsistencies right at the very beginning, before they're hoodwinked with them later, was an appropriate path for this particular case with all of the attention. That being said, it's always going to be a balance test of risk versus reward. Clearly here, they thought the benefit outweighs the risk and moved forward with the interview. First, just because there are inconsistencies in the plaintiff's story doesn't necessarily mean the allegations are false.
Right.
This is a case that's over 20.
I'm going to pause it right there. Hey, Ada Tony 5. Hey, Crazy Sunshine. I'm going to pause it right there because that is true. Just because there's inconsistencies, and I am not saying that Jay-Z or Diddy, any of them did anything. What I'm saying is that just because there's inconsistencies in it does not mean that it is not true. I can't remember stuff that happened a moment ago. I mean, literally, I can walk into a room and forget what I walked into that room for. So 30 years ago, you're not going to remember everything. But if the allegations are true and she was violated in any kind of way, you like re-victimizing the victim is absurd to me. But we do it so much. And it's one of the challenges is because we have people out here lying. You know, Shanette, best friend, Pastor Jelani, we have people out here lying about what was done to them, just trying to go for a money grab. But at the same time, imagine, Shanette, something happened to you, and you know something happened to you, best friend. And then somebody, Pastor Jelani, come in and tell your story for a money grab, but your story is true. Imagine how that would feel. Now you have to try and prove it in court that you aren't lying to them. This world is crazy, y'all. It is so crazy. Big Mike said you still have to consider a little bit more resources in our area. I'm going to continue playing the video, everybody.
Years old. The incident at issue happened in the year 2000. With any case of this age, it can be difficult to get corroborating evidence, to find witnesses. Memories fade, and that's true also of the plaintiff. In this particular case, these inconsistencies could be attributed to the lapse of time and also some medical issues that she's raised. So her medical conditions could play into this case in a way to explain why maybe she doesn't have a memory of some facts or why there's been inconsistencies in her story over time. So that could absolutely be a component of the case because in a civil case, she will testify. She has to testify. And everything will come down to credibility. Any inconsistencies in her story will be hammered on cross-examination. And the jury is going to want to hear why the story may have evolved over time. And this would be an explanation. That being said, from a defense perspective, it is her burden to prove the case. A plaintiff has the burden to prove the case by a preponderance of the evidence. And so when there are inconsistencies in the story and the story has changed as time has gone on, that is something the defense will absolutely jump on. And the argument will be, why would you believe one aspect of her story, which is necessary in order to be successful in the courtroom, when she's proven to have given false information, whether it be intentionally or not, with respect to other aspects of the story. It's I'm
going to stop sharing. It is a sad day when you have to go into court and tell what happened to you and literally sit up there and be looked at as if you are a liar. It's sad how we re-victimize people. It's really sad how many times people don't come forward because of situations just like this, y'all. How many of us on this live right now have been taken advantage of in some type of way and have not come forward because of things like this. I know so many women. Sometimes when I'm when I'm at a restaurant or something, I do a little quick view of how many women are in that restaurant and think to myself, well, these statistics say 1 in every 4 women have been or will be abused in that way at least once in their lifetime. It's a sad day, yeah. It is really a sad, sad day. So, I don't know, Shanette. What are you cooking for Christmas? I'm done with these stories. Let's go on to something more positive. What's for the holiday? You cooking for the holiday, Shanette?
Nope, I don't really celebrate Christmas. I'm normally not here. Remember, me and my husband used to
right.
go to Ghana every December.
Oh, love. How do you? And I'm asking for myself. As far as laws, how are you handling that with the holidays coming?
It's hard every day, but holidays is the worst because of so much stuff that we did, getting all the grandkids. And now that we got those new great grandbabies, I probably would have stayed home if we could have flew them in. My one from Florida, but the other one is here. She wouldn't let me share a picture. Yeah, I would, I cry every day.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you do, especially because of the relationship and, your story. I definitely did. This is, say that again.
1 in 4. Once you say you look around the restaurant, you just look around your life.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't understand why everything is civil, though. Is it too late for the statute of limitations for criminal?
Yeah. So that is what a lot of the case. That's why it's civil. The statute of limitations have run out. Also, they had the burden of proof. They have to prove that it was done. So a lot of times they'll take them to civil court because they don't want. Listen, for these cases to even be publicized like this is because a lot of it has to do with ego. If they know that they've done wrong, they should have just gone ahead and paid the money, especially if they know they've done wrong. They take them to civil court again to make them pay some type of way.
They say that Michael Jackson, that backfired on him, said that he paid and he wasn't really guilty. He just didn't want to go to the trial.
Cases upon cases, Shanette. Cases upon cases. And a lot of times it is cheaper for them to just pay that $10,000, $20,000 rather than pay, millions to a lawyer. It is so unfortunate. We sue so much in this country. We sue so much, and some of it, is warranted. Some of it is definitely warranted. Thank you, baby. Some of it is warranted. Big Mike said, as long as you know the reason for the season, you're great. 2025 is going to be crazy. It is going to be one of those years for sure. As it's like OJ on steroids, the amount of cases that we go be, the court cases that's going to be out here, Diana. It's like OJ on steroids, y'all. So Bam Fam said, but why is it that he took Bill Cosby to jail? And that was over a long period of time. Yeah, so I believe that what happened with Bill Cosby, and this is, remember, New York State had opened up that window for survivors of abuse to come forward. But they had, once that window was closed, and I believe it closed at the top of this year. That's why the Cassie case came out. That was a New York State thing. They did that. And that's, I believe, Bam Fam, that's how Bill Cosby, one of the reasons how he was able to go to jail on criminal charges. That burden of proof. That what you say?
They railroaded Mr. Cosby.
Yeah. And then, so the thing with Bill Cosby, I did not know at the time, and I believe, bro, Franklin, if you're still on here, he was trying to purchase NBC or something like that. He was trying to purchase a network.
I did know.
Wow. Hey, Melvin, welcome back.
He was about to be the largest shareholder. They couldn't allow that.
Wow. Hey, OG Uncle. I heard
at the time that all of that was happening back in the 60s when these people was coming out, they could have came right then. They would have lynched that man back then. When it was supposedly happened, and then you wait 30, 40 years later, that's not right. You had to know it had to be some scam up in there. They railroaded Mr. Cosby.
So I remember when so everybody saw the video with Diddy and Cassie. I remember prior to that video coming out, we were just talking about these allegations and why all of a sudden this stuff was coming out. I do feel that sometimes these companies, when they want somebody out the way, they have a way to get somebody out the way. If they want, and the best way to get them out the way is to air out your dirty laundry. It's funny how all of this stuff with Diddy started really coming up once he took Ciroc to court. They were going to court. The French people. Yeah. Go ahead, OG Uncle.
That's where Diddy made his mistake at messing with Ciroc. But I heard y'all say something about Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I never believed that about Bill. He wanted to buy NBC, and that was the problem. They really didn't want him to have that network. Plus, back then, I was in high school, and I'm telling you, I don't think he was spiking nobody drink, because then the Lauders and Quaaludes and all of that stuff was floating around so freely, and everybody was into it. I never was into drugs, but I was in high school, and it was all around me.
Yeah.
So I never did believe that he was spiking nobody drinks, because he didn't have to. They was all in Hollywood back then. They wanted to do what they did, get high. So I never believed that. I think that was a whole conspiracy against Bill. But I don't know if that was the topic. I just heard Bill's name mentioned.
Yeah.
And I've always been a fan of Bill Cosby ever since Fat Albert, ever since that record he made, The Belt. He's always been funny, and I believe whatever went on, it was consensual. But you know how they are when they want to stop us from acquiring something.
They break you down, and that goes into what Big Mike said over here. He said, once you start to acquire something and you're a black man with a status, they'll do anything to pull you back. And unfortunately, that's what history has shown us. And I do feel deep down inside that they probably did have something to. Is Diddy guilty of some things? Absolutely. We saw it. Absolutely. Did he have help? I'm pretty sure. You can't pull off all of this for these amount of years without help. Did the people that he was suing probably go and whisper in somebody's ear? Isn't that how you win a war?
That was Diddy's mistake. They was giving Diddy, so they say, they was giving Diddy $60 million a year just to use his face for Ciroc, and they didn't appreciate the fact that he tried to take over Ciroc. He wanted Ciroc, and I think that was his worst mistake, because Ciroc been around. They multi-billionaires, had way more money than Diddy, way more power than Diddy. But when we get that money and we let it go to our head, like, for real, we do. We just let it go to our head, and I think that was the problem with him. But is he guilty of everything? First of all, the way he did that girl, yeah. He's guilty. He's guilty of a lot of stuff. And he did have help, because it's been spoken even when I was growing up, and my uncle would play the saxophone and all of that. I remember them stories he was telling my mom about how they tried to make him have homosexual affairs. And he was playing in a band. My uncle was an excellent saxophone player, and then I'm gonna tell you, he started talking about it.
Hey, David, welcome back.
We haven't seen my uncle since.
See,
so he disappeared, and we never ever seen him again.
Are you serious?
He went to Greenwich Village to play, but he had already been talking about how they was trying to make him have a homosexual affair, and he went to Greenwich Village, and that was the last time. And I was 12 then.
Wow.
And that was the last time we seen my uncle ever again. Never seen him again. Couldn't find him or nothing. He was in the 60s, so.
Some of these, have you all seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut? I think it was who played in that? Let me look it up. Eyes Wide Shut. Remember that movie? Let me see if I can find the trailer. Eyes Wide Shut trailer. I'm gonna play this.
Nicole Kidman?
Yeah, I think it was. Yep. And Tom Cruise. Yep.
Yeah.
Remember that? Where do you Eyes Wide? I'm about to play the trailer right now, OG Uncle. Because this movie, between this and Blink Twice, isn't this what's going on right now? Between that and Blink Twice, this is what's going on right now. Eyes Wide Shut was about I'm gonna go ahead and play the trailer. It's a very old movie.
I have seen one or two things in my life, but never anything like this.
Now, for those of you who may not remember, Eyes Wide Shut was about this secret type of underground society where they play. They go into, they're all masked up. This is what the freak offs. Let me stop playing it. I played that. For those of you who have not seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut, it's very similar to what they say, these freak offs. He said, Big Mike said, I can believe it. I can believe it. It's very, very similar. These people, you had to be invited into this secret society in order to go into this place and do what it is that you want. If you want to swang and play with other people, then you swung and played with other people. Hey, JT. Yeah. What movies are y'all out there watching? Anything good? What shows are out that y'all watching right now?
Well, my daytime show is Sherry Shepherd.
Ooh, okay. There's what's just on Netflix. There's a few series out there. Is anyone into Bridgerton? I'm just getting into it, y'all. I like Queen Charlotte, but Bridgerton I'm just getting into, and it is really good if you are into like romance and Shondaland. I love Shonda Rhimes. Buenos dias, baby.
I think a good one that was out was that movie Trapped. I kept seeing it and I started not to look at it 1,000 times, and then I said, let me just look at this movie, and it was really decent.
You said Trapped?
It's called Trapped. It's really good, and it throw you for a whole loop. You said try to check it out. It's really good.
I know one movie that if I have to take myself out and go see Mufasa on Christmas, I will. Mufasa, I am so excited. They say that and big shout out to Blue Ivy. I'm gonna play the trailer. Did y'all know? Let me play the trailer and then we are going to get into it, y'all. Not me not sharing.
Swim! No! We have back to the trees. We're trapped. We have to swim. No, we have to fight. If we fight, we die. But if we swim, we drown. Okay, I didn't want to do this, but I command you to swim. What? You pledged your loyalty. I command you to swim. Tucker, this is not the time for jokes.
Ooh, wait. You better run too. Did y'all see the trailer for Mufasa?
Which one of you killed my son? I did. This lion with me is nothing but a stray.
Yeah.
Let him go. Heroes. The other is no stray.
He holds the blood of the pride.
It comes on Friday.
The last blood of the king. Blood for blood.
You saw, listen, they say, listen, I am not one to give up any, but listen, from what I've heard, we are going to be surprised at what plays out in Mufasa, y'all. Like who belonged to who. Hey, Rachel, Grand Rising to you, love. Grand Rising to you, y'all. I'm excited. I'm one of them big adult kids who, when my daughter was younger, I watched Lion King. Oh, I like that type of stuff.
Me too.
Right? Finding Nemo is one of my favorites.
Malik and Toxic used to watch that faithfully because I used to buy the text for the Lion King, all Lion King.
Yes. What is your favorite Disney animation? Do you have one? Or any animated series? Mine's is Soul, and I don't even know if between Soul, Finding Nemo, and Lion King.
I like Lion King and Finding Nemo. I like
Avatar.
Avatar, yeah. Avatar, the second one.
The second one.
I like both. I like both too.
It was long, yeah.
I'm worried that it's taking them so long to bring them out. Am I gonna still be alive whenever they finish the last one?
The next one.
It's unnecessary to wait 3 and 4 years.
Yeah, listen.
The Avatar one.
Yeah, didn't it take about 4 years for that? I think. Don't we have another Wakanda coming out too?
Yeah, that's what I heard saying. It's supposed to be another Wakanda.
That's what I thought. That we have another one coming out. But I'm here for this Mufasa one. And listen, y'all, they say everybody, just because somebody say that's your daddy, don't mean that's your daddy. So I'm just gonna say that. As far as Mufasa, I don't know, y'all. It's some stuff that comes out in this movie, I've been told. So I'm here for it.
That's the new one that
explains why Scott had an issue.
Yes, Shawnette. Yes, Shawnette. So you already know the secret. Yeah. Yep. Rachel said, I've seen The Lion King 100 times, right? That's one of the movies like Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I love Dory. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Yeah, but I'm here for this. I'm here for Mufasa.
Yeah, it's good.
What else is coming out on? Something else is coming out on Christmas, on Christmas Day that I wanted to see. What movie's coming out on Christmas Day, everybody? What Christmas movies? Let me see what movie is coming out. Movie.
I forgot the name of that movie.
Christmas movie release. Let me see. Christmas movie release 2024. Let's see what movies are being released for Christmas. Oh, Red One. That's with Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans. A Sudden Case of Christmas. Oh, that's what time. What else is coming out? Yeah. Let me see what else. There was another movie that I wanted to see. Why did I feel like Oprah had something to do with it? I guess not. Yeah. Do you all have a favorite holiday movie that you like to watch? Like this Christmas with Chris Brown?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the old Christmas movie.
Yeah, what's the old one that you like, OG Uncle?
The one from the 60s, that one.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Right.
I love that. I haven't watched it. I have not watched it yet.
I watched it the other day.
Did you? Is it on Tubi or anything? Or Prime?
I think it's on. Where I watched it on. I forgot where I watched it on.
I'm gonna try Netflix and see that one I want to watch. I love Scrooge. Hey, Sweet Pea, welcome back. I love Scrooge. Which one?
Die Hard, the first one. That's a Christmas movie. I don't care what nobody says.
I like the Grinch. I like the Grinch movie.
Yes. The animation. Now, what animated Christmas movies do you all like? Rachel said, I am a Disney addict. My favorite depends on my mood, but I have Aladdin, Brave, Beauty and the Beast on repeat.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite animated one, I think, is The Little Drummer Boy and Lester Belong Here Christmas Donkey.
I love that one. Oh, I can remember watching that. Oh, that was a good one. That one in Charlie Brown Christmas. Remember with the tree?
Oh, yeah, the Charlie Brown.
The Charlie Brown Christmas.
It's one in my living room right now.
Is there? Listen, I got one behind me. I got one behind me. Hey, Tony Fortier. Oh, y'all. I'm going to get on up out of here. Make myself something to eat. I may be back later. I don't know. I do want to ask anyone out there who's interested in being on a panel of men and women, just having a conversation. Oh, yeah. Did y'all hear about Carlos Watson? Did y'all ever watch that show, Black Women Speak? Did y'all ever see that? It was like one season. It was such a phenomenal show. Carla Watson, Ozzy, y'all never heard? Oh, let me get into this story. Y'all, I couldn't believe it because this was such a good, let me see, Carlos Watson. Well, he was found guilty, everybody. Ozzy Media. He was found guilty on all 3 counts. Ooh. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. I believe he was sentenced to 10 years. Yeah. But it's so, because that show, Black Women Speak, it was such a phenomenal show because it was where just a bunch of women got together and just ask questions and have conversations. So because that is something that I love to do, I am going to be getting together a panel of men and women, like I had done before when I was over at Charm City Direct TV, E-Diggers Network. I had gotten together a panel. Yes, I sure will, Rachel. I sure will, because I believe, well, I know it's not no belief. I know we can learn off of each other. We really can learn from each other and be supportive of each other. But we have to get up there. And sometimes you have, what I've found is that the younger generation may not be, a lot of times it's hard to ask questions. But if you're on a panel and other people are asking questions, then it won't feel as bad. You won't feel so singled out. So that is the goal, to provide information, guidance, because we have a lot of experience. Shawnette, best friend, OG uncle, with your experience, other people can learn from that. So if you are interested, just let me know. The show will be, I'm actually going to be going off air the first 2 weeks in January. I'm going to come back right before my birthday. I believe it is that week of my birthday. What day is that? Oh, is it Capricorn season yet? Not yet. Not yet, but we are almost there. So I'm going to be coming back. Yeah, January 13th. January 13th, everybody. So, hey, Social Circ. I may be reaching out to you guys. Thank you for that. Next, yes. Rachel said, add me to the panel. Also, next Wednesday, you and me will be talking plans. Yes. 2025. Listen, Rachel has agreed to come on at least once a month, everybody. Now, if you do not know who Rachel is, I had Rachel on the show about 2 weeks ago, and she is a coach. A lot of us, like I talked about, a lot of us think that once we leave school, we're supposed to stop learning. That is ridiculous. Sometimes you need a life coach or someone to just coach you through some things. I'm telling you, me and Rachel were on the phone for about 45 minutes. And when I tell you she shifted some things in me, she shifted some things. Sometimes it just takes a conversation for us to shift our way of thinking. Big Mike said he likes Cinderella. So that is why I'm so happy that she has agreed to come on at least once a month. Ask questions. Go on her page. It's Rachel L. Gary on Facebook right here. She also has a YouTube page, a TikTok page, I believe, The Real Rachel. Go on her page, look at the information, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Sometimes it is difficult to try and shift, and you don't even know what you're trying to shift into, or you don't even know, you don't have the tools to, when it becomes hard, to keep you going. So that is why I'm so glad that Rachel has agreed to come on the show. So she'll be back next Wednesday. Tomorrow, I have Dr. Candace on. We're going to be talking about mental health as well as sexual health. All right. So I love you guys. Long life. I am going to be ending this live right now. The garbage people are out there, but y'all have a wonderful day on purpose, because you can. Shawnette and best friend and OG uncle, I appreciate you for joining me on this panel again. Yeah, I will be back tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll be back later on, y'all. I don't know. It's like once I get off this live, I get so busy, y'all. I swear I'll be going. We love you too, Bam Fam. I got to get that Cider and Hennessy song from Bro. And I know it's in one of these votes. Thank you, Bam Fam. Well, everybody, you have a wonderful day on purpose. I love y'all. Long life. I'll see y'all back tomorrow or maybe later on today. I'm not sure, but either way, if God says the same, I will be back. He said, OG said, I'm new to TikTok, so hopefully I did right and sent you the gifts. Oh, thank you. Me too, OG uncle.
Because they said I'm supposed to tap on your picture when I'm on the panel, so I tapped on your picture. I believe I sent them to last night. I sent all these hearts to this man. And I had to tell him, listen, I ain't sending you no puppy hearts now. I need to send them to the host.
Oh, I appreciate that. OG uncle. I'll see once I get off of here. I'm still learning TikTok as well. Like what these teams, like I'm on some teams now, but I don't even understand what that means, y'all. Big Mike said A Christmas Story. That's one of my favorites too. I don't even understand what that means. Love you too, Joanne. Joanne's birthday is tomorrow.
Just let me know if you got them, or if not, I'll just resend some anyway.
Aww.
Just let me know.
OG uncle, thank you so much. Anything that you guys send to me, it is reinvested right back into this platform. Because it costs money. It like StreamYard costs money. If I had the free version, you wouldn't see this cute little scrumptious up here in the corner. This logo.
I think it's a good thing. I think it's a nice thing, especially when you get on here and you're into a conversation and having debates and all of that, and it's really good.
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful that they allow us to send gifts to show our appreciation.
It is.
I've been learning a lot these last 9 days I've been on here. I've met some very talented and interesting people, and the conversations has been great.
Mm-hmm. OG uncle, isn't it that I like to say that sometimes we find our tribe on platforms like this. We find our tribe. A lot of times when we look around, we don't always have the people around us that's doing what we want to do, or for whatever reason. Get out and you can find your tribe online. There's so many groups out there. You can find you a tribe online. Bam Fam said, salute to you, OG uncle. Yeah, we gonna have Bam Fam is a legend in the Buffalo area, y'all. Bam Fam is divine. Oh my goodness. The divine. Oh, I wish I had the video in Debonair. I first met them at the first annual 716 Music Awards. And when I tell you the professionalism, so they were supposed to perform on stage, and due to technical difficulties, the music was not queued up yet. It did not matter. When I tell you they grabbed that microphone and it was like the music was there, but it was coming out of their mouth. Oh, amazing. I have been a fan ever since, because that is professionalism on a whole nother level. Some people may have froze, some people may have froze or just did some other stuff. They kept the crowd engaged, and I learned something that day. That you go have some hiccups, but the show must go on. So big shout out to Bam Fam for showing me that, because the show must go on. So everybody, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful on purpose. I am really about to shut this live down right now and go get me something to eat.
The same. Love the pink.
Oh, thank you. It's my favorite color. I know that's your favorite. Isn't that your house color? I love pink. It is my favorite color. Well, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful on We hope you enjoyed the show. This is a Green Links Media production, and we thank you for watching. We are here every Monday through Friday beginning at 9 a.m., so make sure you subscribe and hit that bell while you're at it. Love you long life.